everybody, Colette here. I am on my way up north for about a week or so. I'm going to take a quick little vacation trip. It's going to take me a little over 11 hours to get to my first destination, which is in near Flushing, Michigan. And then from there, I'll spend a couple days there and then head on over to Pennsylvania and visit with my folks for a little while. So it's going to take me about 11 hours to get to my first destination, and I'll be camping in my camper van overnight, probably somewhere either in Kentucky or maybe even in Ohio. Most of this journey I'm going to be staying straight up I-65, and then I'll be hitting a few roads around Indianapolis and then on to 69, which should take me close to Flushing, Michigan, and my destination. I've packed a cooler, I've got extra clothes, I've got bedding, got my cameras, of course, overnight bag, pretty much everything you could think of for this trip. And I'm going to be gone for about 6 or 7 days. So hey y'all, I made it up to Gas City, Indiana so far. I actually spent the night at a rest area just over the Indiana line last night, and then driven up to Gas City this morning and kind of got a little tired again because I didn't get really good sleep last night. So I pulled in here at the Marathon at Gas City, took me another nap, and the weather here is absolutely nice and cool. It's kind of windy right now, but it's very cool compared to what we've been getting in the south right now. And evidently it has rained quite a bit too, because all around this area is standing water in the fields, and cars driving through standing water on little roads and county roads and stuff. But as you can see, it's very, very windy today. Very windy, and the temperatures are very nice actually, so I'm quite enjoying this right here as compared to what we've been getting in Alabama, that's for sure. I want to show you guys something that I like to do on these short trips of about a week or so. I'm taking about a week and going to Michigan and Pennsylvania to visit some friends and family, and instead of eating every single meal on the road or having to cook meals from scratch, something I enjoy doing, many of you may know that I'm an avid gardener. I love to garden, I love to can food and preserve food, and I have a food saver that I borrowed from my dad that I like to actually prepare entire meals and then food save them, freeze them. And so one of the things I like to do is, I'll show you this, some of my goodies in here for my week-long trip so I don't have to eat every meal out. But one thing I did here, you can see I've actually brought squash casserole and cabbage rolls and some blueberries that I picked out of the garden, off the blueberry bush obviously. And what I'll do is I'll use this big tub here, put all these food packets down inside the tub, and then freeze the tub solid. And so what that allows, first of all, it keeps the food nice and frozen cold. But as this water thaws out, as you can see, it's starting to thaw some. These will be able to break free, and I'll be able to just pull these out and heat them up in my little oven that I have in here, my little 12-volt oven. Or I could put them in a pan of water. I'll use the water probably just from the cooler that's melting. Just go here to the end and pop the little plug, fill up the pan with a little bit of water, and then just throw the whole packet in there and heat up that packet. And that provides a nice hot meal without having to literally cook things from scratch. You don't have to dirty any dishes when you do that. You can literally just eat it right out of the bag. So that's one of the things I like to do on these short trips like this, is just to prepare the food save it, and then freeze it into an ice tub, which helps to keep the food cool in the cooler, provides water for actually heating the packets back up. And yeah, so that's another thing I like to do on these little short trips. Another thing that I have in my van, which might be a little bit unusual, is this granite stone. It's a 12 by 12 stone, and I actually use it for leatherworking. But another thing that works very well, it works very well for a platform for my little oven. You see, I can literally just plug this oven right up into the 12 volt here, and as I'm driving, just heat up my food that goes right inside there. I actually used it a little while ago. I had some leftover orange chicken, and I put it in a pan, a little small pan like this. It fits right down inside there. As you can see, it's still dirty. I gotta wash that. But the pan goes literally right inside that oven, and the stone keeps it from burning the carpet or setting anything on fire. It works very nicely. And that way I can kind of keep an eye on it as I'm cooking, or as I'm going down the road and everything. That way, when I get to my destination, the food is nice and hot, it's prepared. I don't have to cook afterwards. After I get stopped, it's already hot and ready to eat. Somebody on another video had asked me what I was sitting on, or whether I was kneeling in between these two counters. What I have is an old drummer's throne from back in the days when I was playing drums with the Texicans. So there's your answer for that. It fits very nicely in between the two, between this counter where I might be cooking and this counter where I would be doing dishes. And so I just set it in the center, and I can swivel to either side. Also, I want to address another thing. Several of you have been kind enough to inform me that this is a bad place right here. That this is a bad place for my carbon monoxide detector, and you guys are right. This is my first camper van build. I've tried to think of everything, but I didn't even think about the possibility that carbon monoxide is actually heavier than air. So thank you guys very much for informing me of that. I will be taking this down and removing that and putting it down near the bottom, near the floor level and stuff. I'll keep these here and put up maybe a temperature gauge or something to let me know how freaking hot it is in the middle of the summertime here. Thank you guys for letting me know that carbon monoxide is actually heavier than air, and I will be mounting this down near floor level. You guys might have just saved my life, so thank you for telling me that. So I'm hanging out here in Gas City for a little while, and it's a nice cool breeze. The van is very comfortable in this nice breeze. Temperatures have got to be somewhere in the 60s probably. It's very cool in here. And so while I've got some time to kill, I'm going to go ahead and upload some of my footage and edit a little bit. And there's a Starbucks right across the road. Once I get this film edited, I'll go ahead and upload that, and that'll be the next one you guys see here. It's nice being able to do all this work on the road. I can do pretty much everything I do at home right here in the van. It's another reason I love this countertop, not only to do leatherworking, but it's perfect for editing. It's right at the end of the bed here, so I'm very comfortable sitting here on the bed and importing my photos and editing my footage right here. I brought a bunch of squash plants for my mom. These are the remnants of what's left, what I didn't get put in, and from what I've given out to other people. They're very, very brittle. They're easy to break, these plants, so I have to be careful. That's why I put them in the sink here. As you can see, I put them in the sink, and that way I can water them and kind of keep them protected a little bit. As you can see, the vines are trying to split, and what I put them in were Gatorade containers right here that have been cut. And so anytime these delicate little stems whack over the top of that, they tend to get crushed and break in half, and I'm trying to keep them from that from happening to them. So I'll water them here in just a little bit with some of the water out of the cooler, and that way they should be good for another couple of days as I'm traveling. Okay. Alright. Let's get to editing some of this footage.